Hello, my name is Edwin, and I am the Youth Navigator at Chautauqua Works in Jamestown. Today, I'd like to talk with you about the 5 steps to help you discover your career path. These steps require intentionality and they require the time that you would need to think through what it is you want to do and desire to do. And so, I want to give you some steps here to help you think through that process. These are the 5 steps. We're going to look at these in order. Number one, we want to consider the importance of taking a career assessment test. Number two, we are going to discuss the importance of making a list of options. And number three, we're going to look for overlap. Four, we're going to talk about networking. And five, we're going to talk about the importance of having a mentor. Step one, taking career assessments. Now, I plan on doing a video on this topic in more detail in the future, but this is just a brief overview. Taking career assessments. These are some of the tests that are for free online, and I think it's important to look into these. This will help you to think about what it is that you are strong in and weak in, and some of the assets that you can have that maybe you don't even know that you have. And so some of these career assessments will pull out information about you and help you see with a clearer vision of some of your strengths and weaknesses and how you can utilize your strengths pertaining to your career. So some of these are, again, free online, and I'd love to, again, walk you through any of these and plan on doing so maybe in a future meeting as we sit down and discuss these. But just to take note, these are career assessment tests that you can find online and they are completely free. The second thing when we're talking about discovering our career paths is the importance of making a list of our options. You want to think about what your options are. Now, you're going to take the career assessment test. You're going to find out what your strengths are, what your likes and dislikes are. And again, maybe you know that, but what a career assessment test does is pull that information out of you in vocabulary that helps you see where would be or what would be a good fit for you. So once you have the information from the career assessment test, now you can look at your options and you think about tangible job opportunities, education, career paths, and you want to write everything down and think about what you want to do. Again, this isn't just about getting a job. You obviously want a job, but when you're thinking about your career, you want to do something that you are good at and or have some kind of passion in that you can excel in so that you can be just great at what you do and contribute and just add value to your community and to the workplace that you are at. So you want to think about your options. The third thing we're going to look at is the overlap. You want to look for overlap. And so there's a quote here. It says, what you're good at, what companies need, and what you like to do might all be different, but it's important to try to find the overlap between the three. That's how you find your optimal career path. Rather than looking at job titles, consider your interests, hobbies, and skills, and then work out how those translate. And so, as you think about this, what are some overlaps? When you look back at some of the jobs that you had, what did you like or dislike doing at your previous jobs? Know your values, passions, and skills, and seek out careers that require your specific talents. Again, this requires some time, it requires some intentionality, but when you think about what you did and you evaluate where you're at and where you want to be, these are some things or some ideas or some things to think about, the overlap. So know your values, know your passions, know your skills. This is all important. Fourthly, we talk about the importance of networking. I've done a video on this in the past, and we went into more detail on the importance of networking. What does it look like? But the question we want to ask ourselves here is, who do you know? family, friends, acquaintances, service providers, past or present coworkers, community organizations. Networking is about relationship building. So getting to know people, putting yourself out there, asking questions, contributing to those relationships. You'd be surprised who knows who. And as you get to talk to people and find out where they work and what they do, and they ask you questions about yourself and what your plans and your vision and your dreams and your goals are, your aspirations, so on and so forth, you build networks with people, and now you put yourself in a position where you being one person have ideas and plans and goals, but now being connected to other people who know people puts you in a better position to just advance in your career. So networking is very important. And lastly, with the networking comes the importance of having a mentor. Again, we're talking about 5 steps to help you discover your career path. And as we think about these, we cannot talk about this topic without mentioning the importance of a mentor. A mentor is someone that you can go to and ask questions to or of and seek wisdom and knowledge about a particular topic, or in this case, your career path, and what skills do they think you have, and what skills can you grow in further, and so on and so forth. And so when looking for a mentor, you can find a mentor in your parent, a friend, a teacher, a counselor, or a coworker, but you always want to be learning from other people. We are not the end all and be all of knowledge or resources. And so we need mentors. We need people that we can go to for good advice that will steer us in the right direction. So when we talk about career path and discovering what it is we want to do, having a mentor is of utmost importance. Now, let's again recap and review. When considering the 5 steps to help you discover your career path, again, we want to take a career assessment test. And again, this is just, recommended. This isn't mandatory, but this would be helpful for you to really contemplate and think about what it is your career path is going to be. So taking a career assessment test is good. And I think it should be, something that you should strongly consider. And again, we can help you here at Chautauqua Works think about which test to take and evaluate some of those results from the test. Secondly, we want to make a list of options from the test, make a list of options. What do we like to do? What we don't like to do? And then we want to look for overlap. What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What are ways in which we have seen these skills come out in the past? With that, we want to network. We want to now, in knowing what our strengths and weaknesses are, knowing what we like and dislike, we want to go out and make genuine relationships with people so that we can go beyond ourselves and our own resources to get to know people. And then we want to sit under good mentorship. We want to sit under people who, whether it be by way of video or by way of books or in-person mentor, we want to have different people speaking into our lives and pointing us in the right direction when it comes to the importance of discovering our career path. So that's all I have for today. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think about this. If there was a point that really stood out to you and or something that you need more information on, we'd be glad to help you. Again, my name is Edwin. I am the Youth Navigator at Chautauqua Works in Jamestown, and I hope this was beneficial to you, and I look forward to furthering our conversation.